Mr. William Ruto. Allow me to adopt the protocols as cited by the speakers who spoke before me. And before I make my remarks, Your Excellency, allow me also to recognize the presence of senators from the Senate. I will, because of time, maybe I may not be able to introduce them individually, but I will ask them and request them to be upstanding so that they can be acknowledged. There are pretty few, so allow me to mention the names. We have the Majority Leader, Senator Cheriot. We have the Deputy Speaker, Senator Gathuri. We have Senator Chirankei, Senator Methu, Senator Abbas, Senator Karungo, Senator Lelegwe, Senator Cheptumo, Senator Kinyua, Senator Kipsang, Senator Seki, Senator Maruma, Senator Nyutu, Senator Veronica, Senator Kavindu, Senator Muma, Senator Tobiko Perez, Senator Manzo, Senator Wakili Sigei, Senator Hamida, Senator Professor Tomo Jenda, Senator Margaret Kamar, Senator Lominen, Senator Murgo, Senator Mofire, Senator Miraj, Senator Montet, Senator of Lamu Kamau, Senator Wakili kutoka Kwale Chimera, Senator Boy, Senator Faki, Senator Mbugwa, Senator, the Chairman of Park Moses Kajwang, Senator behind there, Senator of Busia. Yes. Well, I don't need to introduce him, Your Excellency, for reasons better known to all of us. A wonderful gentleman. Senator Boni. You know, my specs are letting me down. Senator Boni, yeah. Senator Obur, the youth leader in the Senate. Senator Gloria, Senator Hezena, and Senator Eddie Okech. Thank you. Oh, Senator Alan Chisang here. Thank you. Your Excellency, indeed it is my honor and great privilege to make my remarks at this very important occasion, the official opening of the Devolution Conference 2023. On behalf of the Senate of the Republic of Kenya, I wish to thank each and every one of you for creating time to attend this gathering. Your presence demonstrates your commitment to ensuring success of devolution in Kenya. As framed by the theme, 10 years of devolution, the present and the future. This conference is an ideal platform for stock-taking on the implementation of devolved governance in the past 10 years. Your Excellency, sir, the last 10 years have been an eventful period for this country. Throughout devolution, we directed every ounce of energy in a relentless endeavor to attain the goals and objectives of devolution outlined in our Constitution. The 2010 Constitution, as we are all aware, occasioned a major reconfiguration of state power and responsibilities by devolving an array of functions to the 47 county governments, and clearly defining the mandates of each player in the devolution space. The 2010 Constitution and attendant laws have facilitated a seamless engagement between Parliament of Kenya, comprising of the Senate and the National Assembly, the Council of Governors, county assemblies, and the executives of both national and county governments in championing the cause of devolution. Thanks to the time, effort and resources invested by these institutions in this governance model, devolution has left clear footprints across our nation. Each of the 47 regions has an outstanding story to tell on how devolution has occasioned a positive and impactful realignment of its development priorities and addressed unique needs of residents. Ladies and gentlemen, it merits acknowledgement that since inception of devolution in 2013, the national government has disbursed a total of 3.3 trillion to devolved units, compared to approximately 289 billion that counties have generated since their establishments. This, by all means, demonstrates significant commitment on the part of the national government to cascade resources and development to the grassroots for the benefit of Kenyans. Allow me to commend you, Your Excellency, for walking the talk in bolstering devolution. As a Senate and Parliament at large, we appreciate the priorities accorded to bills presented to you, sir, for assent, notably the Equalization Fund Appropriation Act 2023, County Allocation of Revenue Act 2023, and the County Government's Additional Allocation Conditional Grants 2023. The stated laws have a direct bearing on county financing, and their prompt enactment and assent paved the way for release of billions of shillings to devolved units for equitable service provision and development projects. An array of other proposed new legislation, nearly 14 number, are currently being processed by the Senate. We expect that upon their enactment, the legislation will enhance the capacity of counties to tap into the enormous potential that they have in form of natural resources, renewable energy sources, and considerable dynamic and versatile workforce in order to thrive and deliver. For the last 10 years, the Senate's contribution to the success of devolution cannot be gainsaid. Through its legislative mandate, the Senate has provided the legal framework upon which devolution was anchored. The Senate remains committed to undertaking responsive, expeditious, and timely processing of legislation. Your Excellency, sir, as we celebrate these great devolution milestones, we must all appreciate the critical role played by county governments, comprising the county executives and the county assemblies. Their resilience and impactful delivery of the last 10 years stand out not only as solid and irrefutable evidence that devolution is working, but also stand tall as a beacon of hope regarding the future of devolved governance. In spite of what stood out as insurmountable odds during the humble beginnings, county governments got the devolved system off the ground and elevated to its deserved pedestal in our national psyche, sustaining our hope and giving us inspiration as a people. With benefit of hindsight, localized and practical experiences, we are now better informed of what works better in devolved units and what doesn't, and what needs to be done to triumph over these emergent challenges and maintain the positive and catalytic momentum. Hurdles such as pending bills that keep accruing at alarming rates, presently estimated at nearly 160 billion, and noted gray areas in some devolved functions will certainly be confined to the dustbins in history if we maintain this trajectory. This will then accord us the much-needed space, time and resources to shift our focus to confronting other emerging threats of our society, such as climate change, unemployment among our youth, and impacts of geopolitical upheavals and economic recession, to name but a few. Ladies and gentlemen, psychologists and human development experts teach us that at 10 years, a normal human being is expected to exhibit certain discernible traits and habits which affirm that he or she is on a normal growth trajectory. They tell us that milestones at that age reflect a marked growth of independence, especially from the parents, formation of healthy relationships, ability to resist negative peer pressure, assumption of some sense of responsibility, and capacity to make better choices, among other vital traits. In my considered view, this analogy best illustrates where we are as a country on matters devolution. After 10 years of practical implementation, all signs are clear that devolution is now ready for a completely new course in enabling and fulfilling the dreams of Kenyans. As a country, we now expect to see more assertive, accountable, transparent, and resilient devolved units that manifest some level of independence from the national government. We yearn to see counties aggressively pursue more beneficial partnerships, networks, and collaborations, adopt a keen sense of responsibility in pursuit of their goals and objectives, as well as acquire capabilities to make their operations and activities self-sustainable. To this idealism and into realism, I challenge devolved units, with the support of all other partners, to embrace new approaches and models in executing devolution. Counties should be ready to explore and adopt novel and more innovative ways of raising on-sales revenue to avoid the over-reliance of the national exchequer. Counties must also be inspired to take advantage of the regional economic blocks for shared economic opportunities and growth. To deepen accountability, which is a key ingredient of good governance, county governments must be ready to come up with more stringent measures to curb corruption and ensure county resources are used for the intended purposes and for the benefit of Wananchi. It would be a big win for devolution if devolved units moved fast to seal accountability loopholes, as periodically flagged by the reports of the Office of the Auditor General and also reports by the Senate committees on PIC and PAC. Your Excellency, as I conclude my remarks, I wish to reiterate that attainment of the great goals of devolution going forward will require more than the work of a single institution. Tapping from my 10-year experience as a governor, and now in my capacity as the Speaker of the Senate, I know for a fact that it will take a collegial and partnership-oriented approach to propel devolution to the next level. I urge county governments to add impetus to the thriving partnership with the national government for enhanced capability, especially in the delivery of targets in capital-intensive areas such as housing, health, trade, investments, and agriculture. For all of us, it will be a big win for devolution if devolved units move fast to seal accountability loopholes as periodically flagged by reports of the Office Auditor and the two committees, that is the Senate Committee on PIC and PAC. For all of us partners in the devolution space, time has come for us to walk the talk in adopting a friendly, united front in addressing many issues that routinely arise as we implement devolution. This is the spirit the Senate and the Council of Governors exemplified when they firmly resolved, going forward, at a joint inaugural high-level meeting a few months ago to work in synergy for the success of devolution. Let's harness and nurture collegiality amongst us and make the great dream of devolution work for us as a country. In the words of the American author, speaker, and pastor, John Calvin Maxwell, he said, "Teamwork makes the dream work." Let us be a team as we push devolution to the next level. I thank you, and may God bless you.